This is the plaintiff, Mariah Oliveira. She says she lived with the defendant, then moved out of the apartment they once shared, and he owes her money for the security deposit she paid for on the apartment. He refuses to return her money. She's not about to let $2,250 disappear into thin air, and is suing him for just that today. This is the defendant, Samuel Morgan. He says the plaintiff broke their lease, moved out without finding a replacement tenant. He was forced to pay 2 extra months' rent to cover her room while he searched for a new tenant. This lawsuit's crazy. He doesn't owe the plaintiff a penny, and he's pretty darn sure the judge is going to agree. He's accused of a roommate, Rockus.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff lived with the defendant, moved out, and he kept her security. But the defendant says she broke the lease. It's the case of get a roommate.
Thank you, Douglas. Mariah Oliveira, you are suing Samuel Morgan for $2,250, the remainder of your security deposit that he has commandeered from the landlord, saying that it's his. Tell me what happened here.
Yes. So Samuel, myself, and 2 others got an apartment together. I paid the entire $3,000.
Now, you all used to work together in California?
We did.
Everybody moved to New York together to start a business?
My business.
Your business, yes. And you were hiring them?
I hired them, yes.
So you were going to live with the people you were hiring to work for your new business?
Bad idea, yes.
Oh, you think? You think that might be a bad idea? All right, yeah. How'd that go?
Not well.
Right,
yeah.
So what happens?
So I paid the entire $3,000 security deposit myself. Soon after we moved in, it became a very uncomfortable living situation for me. I did not feel safe living there.
Why did you not? Wait, what happened that made it uncomfortable?
There were a few things. One was Samuel's drug use inside the house.
What kind of drugs?
Marijuana.
Okay.
So I had gotten confronted by the landlord for the apartment smelling like marijuana, as well as there being cigarette butts all around the property. It's supposed to be a non-smoking property. I also have pretty bad asthma. So because we worked together, I did not want there to be conflict. So I dealt with it. I kept living there. By September, the 2 others had to be terminated for poor performance.
Okay, so you had moved into the apartment what month?
In March.
Okay, so by September, 2 of your roommates you had to fire.
I had to fire them.
And then you had to go home.
Yes.
And make macaroni and cheese with them.
Right.
Right. Okay,
Just
and
even
then
more
what?
Uncomfortable. Yeah. So in October, we had gone on a company trip that I paid for to the Caribbean. Sam.
Not the 2 people who were fired.
No, but Sam was on that trip, so he took advantage of the company paid trip. And then the next day, as soon as we came back, he quit unexpectedly without giving any notice. So on that day.
What did he tell you was the reason he was quitting?
He just said he didn't want to work.
Why did you quit?
Actually, there was some illegal activity that was going on with the business.
Such as?
People weren't getting permits for canvassing in certain neighborhoods.
What do you mean by?
So when you go door to door, you need a canvassing permit.
Okay, and you were going door to door to do what?
Yeah, actually sell at a community solar farm upstate New York. And we were told that every person needs to have a permit that's going around, and we were getting stopped by cops a lot and so on and so forth. And it was just getting kind of agitating. And on top of that, we had to work for commission.
So why'd you go to the Caribbean?
What?
You heard me just fine, Punchy.
So does it make sense for a boss to become roommates with one of the employees?
No, that's sketchy. I don't.
Why? Why?
It just seems irresponsible. It seems like conflict of interest.
What's the worldly problem it creates?
I think it's, I mean, you're crossing lines. I think it's like there should be a fine line between employment and, I guess, living with somebody.
Okay, but what's the practical problem it creates?
I mean, there's no problem. If they're adults, I think it's fine, right?
What happens if the employee starts doing a lousy job? How do you fire them?
You just fire them. Just be like, you're doing a bad job.
And howdy, roommate.
Well, I mean, you know.
Right, going inside the courtroom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why'd you go to the Caribbean?
Gotcha. So I actually went to that trip.
You went to the Caribbean, you quit the next day? That was kind of abusive. Why not just quit before you go to the Caribbean?
No, understood. Because I had gotten promoted and I felt like I had earned it. And
Yeah, but you knew you were leaving. Like, it was kind of seedy, you know. I mean, I guess it's not illegal. It's just kind of nasty. Bad karma that you put into the world. Who's that gentleman with you?
This is actually my roommate, Nick.
My name is Nick. I was the roommate with DT.
With this group?
Yes.
Okay. So he quits.
Yep.
Awkward. And now what? What do you do?
Yep. So I told him on the spot that since we are no longer working together, that I would be leaving. So
Leaving
I told
what?
him the house. So I told him that
were
I
you
would
in the
be
middle of a
moving out.
lease?
We were in the lease, yeah.
Okay, so then what happened?
So I told him that I would be moving out. So that day that he quit, I called the landlord the same day. She said, okay, no problem. Just provide somebody who will replace you. I said, okay. So I spent that week.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. So I found a friend who was looking for a place, put him in contact with the landlord so that she could process
Yeah, but that's not how it works, because that person has to be their roommate. So they have to like the person too. So did you tell them, I have someone who will take my spot, I think it's best I move out?
Well, when I found somebody, I told the landlord. She said that Sam decided to go with somebody else. So he got somebody else who moved in as soon as I left. They re-signed the lease.
Were you not talking to Sam?
We were not speaking, no.
Did you choose your own person to move in?
So I found a guy, and he wasn't even, he didn't have enough money to even start paying rent until December. The first month, I think he paid us $200.
When did the guy move in?
He moved in,
mid-November.
mid-November?
November, something.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you re-rented the place in mid-November to someone who you wanted to rent it to because you like that person, but they are poor and they cannot afford the rent. All right, I got it. Now, so there's a security deposit that she paid in the entirety. You don't dispute that?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Good. So now you call the landlord and you say, I've moved out, which, I declare I'm breaking a lease, okay? And you tell the landlord you want the security deposit back, and what does the landlord say?
So she told me that the new person that they had move in was paying $750 towards the deposit. I talked to Sam after that. I said, you know that I paid the $3,000? He said, yes, I know, and I have text messages of that. He said, I will pay you the rest. So he said he would pay me the rest personally afterwards. I never received any payments from him, so they then went back to the landlord again, saying, hey, the entire $3,000 was mine. She said, that's not what Sam told me.
May I see the text between you and Sam and
Yes.
the text between you and the landlord? Yeah.
Can I just say that I told her I knew how much she paid for the deposit because I was there when it happened. And I also stopped replying back to her after the landlord told me Mariah broke the lease. She did not find you as a replacement. She's not entitled to anything. And the landlord told me I was being nice by paying the $750 for the other guy so that Mariah could have that $750 back.
Did you tell her you'd pay her the security deposit?
Before the landlord told me that I did not have to, yes, I did.
So you're getting your legal advice from the landlord, according to you?
The landlord told me that she had broken the lease and that she's not entitled to the deposit.
I doubt intensely the landlord told you, oh, don't give her money back. You're legally entitled to it. You are not entitled to any of that money. You didn't put that money. That is not your money. So I'm just so confused about the way this is going down. Sam made it sound like each one of them had put the money. That is why I only gave you your share.
I don't know why I'm just being sued here. Obviously, there's more people involved with this, and I've already put in $750 and for the new roommate so that she could have a portion of it back. Secondly,
yeah, here's what I agree with you. You're not the person to sue. You're suing the wrong person. You should be suing the landlord. What you need from me is an order that says that after listening to the facts and the testimony, that I find that you paid the entire $3,000 deposit. So I'm going to give you an order in this courtroom that says that after listening to the testimony of all the parties, that I find that you paid the entire $3,000 and that there's no question about that. You take that back to the landlord and you show them that, and they've got to pay you the security deposit back and collect another security deposit from them.
Got it.
And now if you feel she owes you money because she left you high and dry in the middle of a lease, that's a different issue. But then you sue her. Okay? Everybody got it? Okay. Yeah. Have a great day.
Sorry, I do have a question.
No, go ahead.
The $750 I already put in, so clearly if she does try to sue someone...
Yeah, no, that would not include... You're right. You've already received $750, so my order will cover the remaining $2,250.
Okay, so what...
Don't worry, you have to do nothing. Anything else that you want? Any other questions that you have?
Nope.
Because I do want you to leave here clear.
Everything's good.
Everybody's good? Everybody's good? See y'all.
I don't even know what just happened.
Well, in a fascinating case, the plaintiff does prevail. She's going to get what she's seeking, and you're okay at this point.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so, too.
You think so, too?
Yeah.
But you're not sure?
Not really sure. Again, I'm pretty clear on what's going to happen. She's probably going to try and sue my landlord now, but again, I don't think it has anything to do with me.
Well, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Have a good day.
All righty. Now, Miss Oliveira.
Yes.
All right. Now, you got good advice from the judge. I think you're going to get what you want.
No more roommates. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to go after the landlord.
So what would you do? You think if you go, give her the paper, she'll give it to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. She just needed something from the court.
All right.
Yeah.
So how's the company doing?
It's doing well.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, quick update. The plaintiff did not get the security back from the defendant. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on their way into the courtroom right now.